HiPipo is pleased to present 40 Days 40 FinTechs, an initiative under its Include Everyone program, as it continues to lead the way in advocacy for the creation and dissemination of technology that enables financial inclusivity. The 40 Days 40 FinTechs is shining a spotlight on those that are breaking down digital barriers and bringing millions more on the continent into the transactional space and transforming their lives for the better.
My name is VINCENT TUMWIJUKYE, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of FutureLink Technologies. We are licensed in Uganda as a national payment system operator by the central bank. And we work to enhance the financial resilience of Africa's low and middle income earners. The way we do that is through a community-driven marketplace, which enables the end consumers to be able to access a variety of financial services, assess them, and be able to choose the most appropriate and affordable financial services. Africa is really a fragmented society. And because it is fragmented, generic products cannot actually survive or actually create impact in communities. Because people are divided around culture, they are divided around boundaries, territorial boundaries, countries, and all that. Our approach to build a community-driven marketplace is to leverage the financial cooperatives to enable them design services that serve their people and scale, so that at the end of the day, you have the end consumer participating in the design and in the delivery of financial services in Africa. Our recent achievements are a bit many. By 2021, we were among the 11 institutions that were licensed by the central bank as a national payment system operators. That's a big achievement. It's also a statement of confidence in the sector. But perhaps the most striking was FutureLink being listed among the top 50 most inclusive fintechs in the world. Think about this. This is also in comparison with other institutions all over the world, in India and all that. And this was really a statement that the work that we are doing for the rural communities, the voice we give to the end consumer, the catalytic efforts that we are putting in to actually help the end consumer influence the design and delivery of financial services is really commendable. And we are really happy about this recognition. As a marketplace for affordable financial services, we have different clients. You have the sellers and you have the buyers. So on the marketplace, we have the financial cooperatives, known as circles. These we have about 300 of them on one platform across the country. We have also extended now to Zambia. These are providing financial services that are responsive to the unique needs of their people, and we enable them scale, be able to acquire and serve customers at 10% the fraction of what they would ordinarily pay. 300 of them. If you come to the buyers of the financial services, we have again different categories. So as a marketplace, we have different channels. We recognize different channels through which customers can be served. The one channel is the digital channel, M-Circle. So on our M-Circle omni-channel payment gateway, we have about 350,000 subscribers. But there are these who are still using the branches. So if you include those that are still using the branches, where someone just walks to a branch to transact, that is about 600,000. So collectively, we are creating channels that best serve different segments of customers. And let me also mention that for the year ended December 2021, we moved 2.7 trillion shillings on the platform. That's about $700 million. And this is actually, and again, to our mission, let me also mention that we have KPIs that measure our impact. For the year ended December, we saw the trade, the cash flow per member on our platform grow by 14%. This is money where, if you look at the money that was moved and look at how many members that you are serving, it grew by 14%. We saw savings per member, per customer, remain constant, and it is explainable because people drew to their to their savings during the lockdown. So we had that bit of stagnation. But we are excited to see that the people's financial resilience is actually growing on our platform. So it means if you are in our ecosystem, you are able to do a lot more trade because that is what it speaks to. FutureLink Technologies is enhancing financial inclusion by building the financial resilience of different communities. And when I talk about communities, I'm talking about different gender, we're talking about different segments that have been excluded. But for us to be able to do that, you cannot include people without addressing the key barriers. And what are the key barriers in our view? The key barriers are affordability. So you have technology. You have many, technology options. But what is the cost of transacting? So affordability. The other is ideally functionality, responsiveness. How does this product generally respond to the needs of women? How does it respond to the needs, the unique needs of farmers? How does it, respond to the needs of the youth? So in working with a cooperative of, say, women that is focused at women, you are able then to serve women adequately. But also because these cooperatives are on the same platform, you are able to leverage the numbers that you have and significantly bring down the cost. Let me mention that in this country, the cheapest source of credit in this country is through our platform. At 8.75%, you can get a loan on our platform. One of the circles that is working with us, per annum, not per month. We in this country, we have people still borrowing at 20% per month. Ridiculous. There is no business that you're going to do. Borrow at 20% per month. That is 240% per annum. The only business you can do is lend. And this is ridiculous. Because you see, if we have to build an equitable, sustainable economy, we must address the issue of affordability. So we are happy to see that we are championing the de-risking of the population and consequently bringing down the cost of credit. 8.75% in this country. We have not seen it done by any bank in Uganda. And we believe, small as it is, it's beginning to trigger conversation about the cost of credit. We are seeing banks begin to reduce the cost of credit, and this is really a wonderful conversation. So what we do, address affordability by de-risking the stakeholders, those that supply the financial services, and also those that buy. But then also facilitate the conversation. Because like I've said, 8.75%, if you have optimized, you can actually lend and stay in business. For you to be able to unlock the kind of markets that we serve, you must be transparent. You must be seen to actually work for the people. Because suspicion is high. If you look at the rural communities that we work with, by default, they think that technology is a way to actually steal their money. So if you do not take an extra effort to do the right thing, be equitable, business models that actually work for every stakeholder, then you will not go a long way. But now coming back to scalability, if you're talking about scalability, you have to do things professionally. Cyber risk is really everywhere. So what we are doing right now, we're in the process of PCI DSS certification. We have audits that go on. We have fortified our infrastructure and the transparency, the price transparency. We are, facilitating conversation with the different providers of financial services in our ecosystem. We are driving anti-money laundering policies for all these financial institutions that we are working with. We have a department for risk and compliance, which has extended now to our partner institutions. And we are driving the conversation around policy change, around strategy, around transparency, and all this. Because this is an ecosystem, and this is how we are achieving and preparing the population for this. The state of fintech in Uganda is just exciting. Exciting because you have the regulator who is supportive, is a listener. On a quarterly basis, we have quarterly forums with the deputy governor. He has really been very close, and we think that is really healthy. But we are also seeing confidence in the population. With COVID having come, people are understanding that this is actually something that you can leverage to actually scale. We are also having conversations with the VC community, the venture capital community, who are looking at Uganda as an exciting emerging market. We still have, of course, the big four that kind of want to overshadow us, but I think that there is keen interest now, more than there was before, because of the regulation. Venture capital funds, coming in to facilitate and drive innovation, which is really exciting. So I believe that Uganda, with its open free market approach, is really exciting. Is exciting, and I think that for other players that are coming, my advice would be that they should not be deceived by the idea to push generic products, because Uganda, like Africa, but more so Uganda, because Uganda is fragmented. It's fragmented around culture. For example, you'll appreciate that if you go to Western Uganda, land is owned by individuals. But when you go to Northern Uganda, you find that land is owned by communities. So all these dynamics come into play. So you need to have community responsive products, and that is where we come in. The 40 Days 40 FinTechs project is really a great one, because it provides an opportunity to self-assess. Are you actually creating impact? In comparison to your peers, are you actually creating impact? But it also provides a framework through which different stakeholders could get to see what is actually happening. Because without such a framework, you could have 3 years with a very limited say about this. So it is really great, and we really appreciate this. Perhaps what could be done is that, in my view, I don't know how this project could do it, but this, for me, is really, and it can be done with different other stakeholders, the FITSPA and other associations, that we need to build the 3 pillars of investment, where we have the media, where now the 40 Days 40 FinTechs can play a critical role to actually bring out the exciting innovations in the media, and not only the local media, but also regional media and global media. We need to have a university that is focused at talent. So this can be a university or something like that, which is churning out talents, developers, but also not only just developers, but business analysts, all that is involved in skill, because we have a significant lack of talent. Talent is costly, and what we are seeing now with the big players coming in, they are now poaching on the little that there is. So you have built your team, and they think that is the way to go. So talent is key. And then build the VC community. So these 3 pillars: VC community, a university that is focused at innovation and business. You see, you can focus at innovation without focusing at business. and come and go like Tesla, who invented alternating current and died a poor man. Innovating but without anything to show for it. And then, of course, the academics, talent development. FutureLink is just, we have never been so optimistic about this industry, about this country, about Africa. Because we believe now is the time for Africans to seize the moment and determine what really needs to come. And on Play Store, we have M-Circle. Please download M-Circle. M-Circle, download M-Circle, and there you will have your financial freedom in your hands. What do I mean? On that M-Circle, you'll be able to see, for example, hundreds of circles and what they paid, what their return on investment last year was. This is a key indicator of where to put your money. How much money should you actually expect? You'll be able to see the average cost of credit for each of these circles. You'll be able to see how much they pay on interest on savings and many other exciting things. What will also be very interesting is that seated here in Kampala, you have your little money. You'll be able to open an account in a circle in the rural area and start earning dividends. And we are excited about working with financial cooperatives, circles, because even when you pay interest on a loan, that comes back to you in form of dividends. So it is a self-governing business. Financial cooperatives are the true way to actually attain financial resilience. But of course, we pay a lot of attention on governance. So this is why you will not see all the circles on the app. So we have done due diligence. We are working with these circles to deal with anti-money laundering and all that. Look out, download M-Circle app. Visit our website, for example, fltug.com. You'll be able to see much more clearer where we have come from, where we are headed, because we are not a consultancy firm. We are here on a mission. And by the grace of God, we've been able to attract people that are just excited about making Africa work for Africa.
40 Days 40 FinTechs is presented in proud partnership with FutureLink Technologies, Modus Box, Modular Foundation, and Level 1 Projects.